After a short time out there, they come back with the service from Dyer, and I tell you, the Skylights almost got one across there. Argo's doing a nice job recovering right up until Schwent gets a hold of it, and there is no recovering from a spike like that. She's going to get the kill on that one. Another point goes the UP way. 9-5, Argo's by 4. Game number 2 after winning the first game. There, Avery, that's about the only thing that's going to stop her is that net. Otherwise, she is almost unstoppable as she does run into the net on that, so they'll give the point back to the Skylights. So 9-6, it's going to be Argo's up by 3, but the service is going to go back to the Skylights side as they're going to bring this ball into play. It's going to be Jordan O'Connor all the way out of bounds. Just a little too much on that. We're going to say the wind caught it. We'll give her benefit of the doubt, say the wind caught it, took it long. That's going to give the point back to UP. So 10-6 right now, UP by 4. As it's going to be our own Great Falls native, Sarah Tirum, 5'7" freshman from Great Falls Central Catholic High School. She has got the service as big block. Shaver is there. Who else is there? It looks like Paige Jensen is there. Cameron Davis. Everybody's getting in on that block. Big hit there, 11-6. Argo's by 5 as Tirum with the service. She'll set this one into play. She's going to work right down the middle of the floor. Skylights not able to recover, but they do get it in enough spot there where it's too tough for Jensen, and she rolls that one off the net. Point goes back to MSU Northern. 11-7 on a Wednesday night game number 2. The Argos are up. Game number 1 won by the Argos. 25-16 as they'd like to put this one away as well. They'll send this all the way over to Shaver. That one really went long. Just we saw that in that first couple of spikes for her that she just had too much on it. That one sailed right out of bounds, so the point will go back to the Skylights. 11-8, Skylights trailing by 3. As back row is where this one is going to go. They're going to work it over. Big spike right down the middle. Able to recover. Davies with a good hit, but the Skylights doing a nice job on defense. They'll send it over to Shaver this time. She'll drop shot that one in. Skylights ready for it. They'll bring it back over to the left-hand side. This one is going to be sent out of bounds off the hands of one of the Argos, Ashley Ponce. Doing a nice job with that one. As that cuts the lead down to 2, 11-9. It's UP up by 2. As Argos still up, but they've seen that lead dwindle as Lauren Brown on the floor for the first time. Little drop shot right in the middle of the floor. Put it where they ate is what they say. Cameron Davies drops that one in the big hole in the floor, kicks it out to a 3-point lead. 12-9, Argos by 3, game number 2. They're 1 up in the match, trying to go 2 up here as this time it's going to be the Skylights. Almost with an error on that one there, but able to recover. Big spike. Not able to recover on that. Anderson had to just kind of tip that one out of bounds, or excuse me, underneath the net. That gives it a 1-point deficit to the Argos. 1 point less to the Argos anyway. 12-10. Argos by 2 here. Game number 2 getting tongue-tied a little bit here as Cameron will kick that all the way over. Extra touch on that. Yeah, four touches on that and only allowed 3. So that's going to make it a 1-point game. As close as the Skylights have been in a while now. 12-11 UP game number 2. Set to serve. Emily Gucci works that over. Lauren Brown will set it up. Big spike down the middle. Skylights ready to recover. They'll send this one all the way into the back of the service line there. This time over to Brown. Brown can really smack that one there. This one is going to be knocked out of bounds off of the block, but untouched by the Argos. Argos with the point. Argos with the point, so that's going to make it 13-11. Lauren Brown will go back for the service. Lauren is one of those that you really got to watch. 84 kills on the season, 95.5 points, fourth leading player on the team with points. As good effort by the Skylights, both the libero and Ashley Ponce and Hannah Hamilton heading out on the floor, leaving some height on the parquet there, but not able to get to it in time. 14-11. Brown once again with that big left knee brace there. She'll send this one into service. Very little spin on that as it's kind of a flat ball coming across. Big block by Anderson. Skylights ready for it. They'll just kind of set this one over for the free play. This time they'll work it back to Anderson. Anderson's not going to waste any time with that one there. She drew a line, and then she sent that ball exactly where she was looking. 15-11. It's a 4-point Argo lead. Game number 2 is underway. Game number 1 was won by the Argos. Right now it's a 4-point UP lead as Lauren Brown will serve this one into the net. Just not quite enough height on that one. So that'll bring the service back over to the Skylight side. 15-12, Argos by 3. But it's the Skylights with the service as Hannah Hamilton will set this one into play. Brown works back over as Avery Dyer tries to spike that one down. Argos, the Skylights were ready for it as Jensen back to Avery. Dyer tips it all the way to the back row as the Skylights, there's not enough height on that spike. Not able to get it over the net. Had a good look, Abigail Ellison, but it's going to be UP with the point. Set to serve now, Olivia Sneed. She'll send this one all the way into the back row, and that one's going to come almost all the way up here to the camera. So it's going to be a 5-point Argo lead. Game number 2, 17-12 here in game number 2. Argos won number 1, 25-16, trying to win number 2. Go up 2 in the match. As soft shot there, easy block for the Argos. Kind of got lost in where they were at there, did a double tap on that one there. Is going to be the Skylights number 1, Michaela Tanner. That's going to give it a 6-point Argo lead. 18-12 as Sneed sets the service up just over the top of the net. Those are tough to return. Big spike. Argos are ready for it. Oh, nice return. UP was all over that one. As that was one they might have should have let go there. Paige Jensen trying to tip that one back into play. May have been out of bounds if she had just gotten off of it. 18-13 right now. Argos by 5. Game number 2. Shania Neibauer. She is set to serve for the Skylights as she'll send this one in the middle of the floor. Brown up to the front. Big spike right down the middle there. Skylights recover as they try to do the soft tap shot. Anderson with a big shot. That's going to go off the fingertips of one of the Skylights there. Anderson with a big shot. She's going to get the point on that. And she's going to go get a breather. So coming in for her is going to be Sydney Finberg. Finberg will be on the floor for the first time. Also coming back in, oh no, for the first time as well, Melissa Gonzalez. A couple players we haven't seen yet. Coach getting some reps in for some of the younger players. As right now it is a 19-14 Argos lead. As the Skylights there were able to sneak that one across the net. The Argos weren't ready for it. Our good friend Tom Wiley from KRTV is over there. We'll be able to watch this on the news later tonight. Always good to see Tom. Does such a nice job with his broadcast. As they'll send this one into play. That one is long. Boy, she got a hold of that one there. That one went sailing to Neibauer. Just too much on it, as that'll make it a 20-14 Argos lead. Up by 6 in game number 2. Trying to go up 2 here in this match. They won game number 1 as Dyer with the service. Not enough height on the ball. Had that spin on it that's so hard to return. As they're going to get Mr. Wiley involved. They'll send that ball all the way back in the corner to him. He'll service it back up. I think a pretty good volleyball player in his day from what I hear. As they will kick this one into play, the Skylights, they'll send it over with O'Connor. Big spike by Gonzalez. She's going to get the point. Everybody's scoring tonight. Melissa Gonzalez will push it out to a 6-point lead. As substitutions coming in, Gonzalez goes out. Davies, no, it wasn't Gonzalez. Actually, Ember Schwent will go over and get a break as Cameron Davies comes onto the floor. Big serve as it's coming in by Tarum. As the Skylights there, able to recover, but that's going to be tipped out of bounds on the block. They're talking about that. The student section over there, who is probably as far away from the line as could be, they're saying that it was in. I think it was a pretty good call. The official right next to it said it was out. So we're going to say the official was correct on that one. 21-16, Argos by 5 here in game number 2, as the Argos did win game number 1. Big spike as Lauren Brown did a nice job with the recovery. She'll send this one back over the net. As good recovery there. This time not able to get anything to it, as coming up short, Davies not able to get underneath that one as she tried to dig that one off of the floor. Cuts it down to a 4-point game. So the Skylights, they're not giving up. They continue to battle here as Michaela Tanner with the serve again. She'll send it over to Lauren Brown as this will work the middle of the floor. Back to Brown. Brown with a long spike from 10 feet out. As this time they're going to work the right. Big block at the net. They're going to say it hit the pole. So that point is going to go to the Argos. And with that, a couple substitutions coming in for UP. Paige Jensen coming in. Anderson back in. As I think Coach would like to put this one away now and not give the Skylights any breathing room to claw their way back into it. 22-17 is the Argo lead here in game number 2. Skylights tapping that one right into the face of Paige Jensen. She just wasn't able to get low enough and get set on that, so she'll just tip that one out of bounds. That's going to make it 22-18. As back on the service is going to be number 15, Emily Gucci. As she'll set this one up. to the middle of the floor. And trying to set it to their middle hitter there, Cameron Davies, or the middle blocker. Not able to do it. Anderson tried to sneak in and help it out. Wasn't able to do that. With that, Coach Duda called timeout. Let's do it with him. We'll be back in 60 here on KNX 102.7 FM. Section is making some noise. They're having fun on a Wednesday night. They want to get done early too because it's a school night. Of course, college kids, they don't care that much. Anderson will send this one over quickly as they set this one back up with Lauren Brown with the big shot. She can take that off of the libero as they continue to go back and forth. Point is going to go into the Argos' hands. 23-19 here in game number 2. Coach Duda would like to finish this one off here right now as he is 2 points away from putting up a 2-point lead or 2-game lead here in this match. Brown with a serve. That one's long. Point's going to go to the Skylights. That's going to make it 23-20. Skylights, you got to give them a lot of credit. They've come in. They're banged up. They're having a tough season at 1-13, but they don't have any quit in them. They continue to battle and give it their all as they're going to send this one up to the front line with going to be Anderson with a big spike. Skylights right there to recover. Once again, they're going to hit the pole, and it's going to be the Skylights with a timeout. So let's take a break with them. It's a 24-20 Argos lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KNX 102.7 FM. Back to action here. It's Olivia Sneed with the game point, not the match point. And with that, Skylights say, not yet, Radio Man. They're going to get the big spike in the kill. They're going to get the point. It's going to be 24-21. Right now, it's back and forth. The Argos holding on to the game point, but the Skylights playing hard. As they're set to serve this one, they'll send this one over the net. Argos just need 1 point to finish this up. Schwint taps it over the top, and that's going to be it. Game number 2 is going to go Argos' way, 25-21. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with more as you're listening to Argo Volleyball on KNX 102.7 FM. And welcome back, volleyball fans. A lot of things going on here in north central Montana. I'd like to invite you to tune in tomorrow here on KNX 102.7 FM as we're going to have sports chat with Sarge and Scott. We got Sarge out on the road right now, so Scott will be running the controls over there, bringing you up to speed on all of what's happening in local sports. CMR football, Great Falls High football, Friday. CMR football will be here on 102.7 FM as they're traveling over the divide. They'll be playing over Missoula Hellgate. 6:45 is kickoff. CMR 1-2 on the season. Hellgate 0-3. Should be an interesting matchup. And of course on Fox Sports with Troy Mellinger. It'll be Great Falls High versus Missoula Big Sky. That'll be in the stadium here in Great Falls. Invite you to tune in on that. That is on our sister station. Saturday we got the Cats on at 1:30 against Portland State. They are also traveling. They'll be over in Oregon. That game will kick off at 1:30 Montana time, 12:30 Oregon time. And of course the Grizz, they are hosting Sac State and KXGF. You'll be able to pick up that contest. So with that being said, a lot of sports going on. Basketball right around the corner. Visit with some of the guys. Official practice starts next week. Of course, soccer's going on. All sorts of different things happening. So right now it's the Skylights. Big shot out of bounds. Big hit on that one. Jessica Curl got all of that as it went a-sailing. And so that's going to bring up the first point into the hands of the Argos. So 1-0 UP here in game number 3 as kind of an error on the Skylights there. Not ready as continuing to battle the Skylights. I'll tell you, doing a nice job recovering right up until Miss Anderson gets a hold of that one. Big spike by Miss Sydney Anderson, 6'3" sophomore from California, El Dorado High School. That gives the Argos a 2-0 lead here in game number 3. They're up 2-0 in the match, trying to finish it off here in 3 as they are playing well right now. They're going to send this one up to the front line there. Big spike by Shaver. Skylights fortunate to recover on that one there. Anderson tries to send this one down. Big block. They'll send this one back as they'll just have to tap this one over for the free ball. Nice job by Davies recovering on that one. Big shot in the middle as the Argos will work it over right to left. This one's going to go out of bounds. Just a little too much on it, so that's going to give the first point to MSU Northern. So 2-1 right now. Argos up by 1. And set to serve for the Skylights going to be Emily Gucci. As that's what the coach said, how you pronounce the last name. So if I'm mispronouncing it, I do apologize. Big spike right down the middle. It's good. Cameron Davies. Oh, girl, you got up there on that one there. 5'11" freshman. Man, she powered that one right down the middle. 3-1, Argos by 2. Game number 3 and the ace in the hole. Shaver with the serve. Puts a little bit of spin on that one there. Skylights ready for it. Big spike down the middle, but the Argos. Nice recovery as they'll kick it over to Brown. Oh, excuse me, that's actually Avery Dyer over here. Not able to get enough on that, so it's going to be a 3-2 Argos lead. Skylights with the service. They'll send back over the hands of Jessica Curl as Jessica working the right-hand side of the floor, sends this one in motion. Goes left. Matter of fact, she goes so far left, that one is out of bounds. Coach Duda almost had to reach back to get a hold of that one. So it's 4-2, Argos by 2 here in game number 3. Skylights continue to play hard. They're trailing by 2, and they're trailing by 2 in the match as well. As that one is long. As Olivia Sneed came in for the service. Sent that one a-sailing. 4-3 right now. As the Skylights will bring one of their stars back in. Shania Nybauer, the 5'9" sophomore from Belgrade, Montana. Belgrade going to Class AA is what I've been told, as they have really started to grow. As Nybauer will set this one into motion. They're going to work it over the right-hand side. Anderson, big spike. She's going to get off the hands of a double team there on the block. She'll get the point, though, 5-3. As Anderson will go back with the service for the Argos. Up 2-0 in the match, up 5-3 in the game. As this time the Skylights going to have a tough time. Missed time to jump on that one there. Had a good look at it, was Abigail Eliason, not able to get it over. 6-3 as Sydney Anderson will continue with the service. If you haven't seen this gym, you need to stop in and see it. The new bleachers, new floor, they've done a fantastic job at the university here. As a little push shot over the top is easily received by the Argos. That one is tapped off of the fingertips of the blocker. Point is going to go into the hands of the Argos, 7-3. I was over here showing them it was tipped. They didn't need my help. They already knew. As Anderson will continue with the service, 7-3. UP up by 4 here in game number 3. They'll try to send this one over with the Argos. Nice recovery. Big shot by Shaver. Little drop shot there by the Lights. But the Argos were ready this time. Not able to recover as a big hit coming down by Isabel Parker, 6-foot junior from Portland, Oregon. She went to Beaverton High School out there in Portland. She's going to get the point. Anderson's going to keep the serve as they push it out to a 5-point lead. No ties in this third match here, third game of the match, as big block coming back. And this time it's going to be Dyer right there. Nice recovery by the Argos. Skylight's also doing a good job. As Argos, I'll tell you what, good hustle over there. And the crowd letting them know as going all the way into the bench. Paige Jensen ran right into the scores table trying to save that one. And we got a player down, a couple players hurt. They're going to get up and get out of the way. They're playing hard out there. A lot of contact up against the net as both teams are hustling. Jump shot, not able to, the drop shot, excuse me, this time. Paige Jansen's going to get the point. And they're going to call a timeout. Let's do them along with them. We'll be back at 60. You're listening to Volleyball on KNX 102.7 FM. Thank you, Glenn Lambert, good friend of Star Radio and University of Providence. Of course, he does a lot of broadcasting with us, football and basketball, and then he helps do some announcing here at the McLaughlin Center. As the Argos are going to get that off of the outstretched hands of a couple of the Skylights there, where the big kill is going to be Isabel Parker. She's going to push it out to a 10-3 lead for the University of Providence. We're into game number 3 here of the match. Right now it's a 2-0 lead for the University of Providence, trying to go up 3-0 and in this one. As missed time jump, I'll tell you, we've seen that a couple times tonight. Jordan O'Connor looked like she was about to just kill that ball. Just outside her outstretched fingers, not able to get to it. 11-3, Argos by 8. Anderson continuing with the service. As she puts a spin on that that's hard to return, does a nice job. Big spike, this one's gonna count. As this time going up strong is going to be Jordan O'Connor. She'll get the kill on that, and with that, a couple substitutions coming in. So back on the floor is going to be Abigail Eliason, as well as it looks like Emily Gucci coming back in. Over on the other side, Skyla Neibauer, 5'7" sophomore from Belgrade, Montana. So Skyla and Shayna, both sophomores, 5'7", 5'9". I didn't even notice that. We'll have to find out if they're twins. Interesting, one in Havre and one in Great Falls. Big spike as point will go to the Skylights as it came off of the pole. 11-5, Argos by 6. Yeah, set to serve this one. The Skylights, they will get this one into motion. Send it over Abigail Eliason as big spike will come in the middle of the floor for the Skylights. They try to set it up. Big kill on that, but it's going to go out of bounds untouched. So the point will go back to University of Providence, 12-5, UP up, as back to serve Avery Dyer, as Dyer will put a little forward spin on that one, a lot of power to it, as they're going to say double touch that one. So that's going to give the point back to the Argos, 13-5, Dyer once again. Chance for the service, as they have not trailed in this one. In game number 3, no ties. Big spike. Argos right there to recover. They'll set it back to Dyer at the service line. Rolls that one over the top of the net. Big shot there. And again, it's the Argos just seeming to be in the right spot at the right time each and every time. As that was going to be Paige Jansen with the big shot. Opportunity for substitutions coming in. Ty Maria Vincelli back in, the 5'10" senior. Wildemar, California. Elsinore High School. as tied up there at the net. Ball comes over on the Skylight side. Big hit on that one there as well. This time Emily Gucci will run it into a couple of the Argo players. They're not able to recover. It drops in front of the Argos on their side of the net, makes it a 14-6 Argos lead. Service back. Skylights put this one into play, trailing by 8. Working over the top. Spike this time will come from right to left. They'll work it the other way. Ball drops down. Big hit there. It's going to be Gucci. Rolls that over the fingertips of one of the Argos. So that cuts the lead in half, 14-7. As right now the Argos are doubled up in game number 3. Still with the service will be Anneman. Hannah sends it over. Big spike coming across the line as they'll just have to send this one over the net. They do. Skylights do into the Argos' hands. That one is going to go long. Big hit in the middle there. Not able to get that one to drop. Going to put the point back to Northern. So 14-8. University of Providence up by 6. Left to right is where the ball is going to be. Hannah Anteman will run that one into the net. Unforced error. A little bit irritated with herself as she just kind of tosses that one back. Give a chance for Sarah Terum back on the floor to serve. Great Falls native, Great Falls Central Catholic High School. As Troy likes to say, the longest record of the longest name for high schools in the state of Montana. Big hit down the middle. That one's going to go long, as it was going to be Jessica Curl just powering that one past the line. Terum with the service again. It's an 8-point difference, 16-8. Argos up big. Unforced error on this one's going to go out of bounds. So Terum will head out of, well, back to the bench it looks like. And Paige Jensen comes back in. So 16-9, Argos are up. Service is going to be in Michaela Tanner, as they're going to tap this one. Well, not going to tap it. It's actually going to be a spike, as it's going to be Cameron Davies running into a couple of the Skylights there, but able to roll it off their fingertips for the point. 17-9, Argos up by 8 as they'll bring Anderson back into the front line as they set to serve this one. Skylights looking to return, trying to hit that one with a big spike, but it's going to be the Argos there to recover. Little tap shot over the top. They're going to have to hustle to get underneath of this one. Not going to do it. And now they're very grateful that we've got padded walls over there. She was heading right towards it. That'll push the lead out to double again. 18-9, Argos up by 9. Game number 3 of the match. As they won the first 2, they're wanting to finish this one right here on a school night, as we're going to have an infraction into the net. As momentum carries her in, they're going to call a timeout. Let's do it with them. We'll be back at 60 here on KNX 102.7 FM. Absolutely fantastic lunches, well worth the drive out to beautiful Fort Benton, Montana. Right now it's a 10-point lead, as 19-9 is where the Argos are up, and make that an even 20. As the big spike right in front of the libero, Hannedeman, drops in for the point. And I'll tell you that that makes it good. 20-9. Argos up by 11. Skylights trying to dig their way back into it. Not going to do it that way. As the double team on the block, Cameron Davies and Timerate Vincelli, makes it a 21-9 Argo lead. Big points coming now as the Argos trying to finish this one off. Unforced error into the net. That's going to give the points back to the Skylights, make it a 21-10 Argo lead, as the Skylights will come back in with the service. Emily Gucci, she'll stand underneath the basket. She'll just send this one into play right in the middle of the floor. Argos, they're ready for a big spike, but I'll tell you, good block by the Skylights there. This time they're working over the other side with the kill. That one's going to come down. It's going to be Timery Vincelli with the kill. That's going to make it a 22-10 Skylights lead. Excuse me, Argos lead. Skylights down as right now the Argos getting some of their younger players a little bit of playing time, which is always good. Skylights, big block, big spike and a big block. Another point for the Argos. Didn't see who all was in on. No, Avery was up there, Davey was up there, Anderson was up there. There was a couple different hands in on that one. 23-10 right now. Argos by 13 as this service will come over the net. As Skylights hustle over, need to just tap this one over. They do. This time the Argos recovering, and Avery, big spike. Avery comes in standing at 5'8". But boy, she plays like she's much taller than that as she just ricocheted that off of the outstretched hands of one of the Skylights. It's going to be game point, a match point, 24-10, as the Argos looking to finish this one right now. Not going to do it on that one, as the Skylights, they're not going to give up anything easily. So 24-11, as game number 3 of the match. If it goes the Argos' way, it is all over for the night. As they're set to serve this one, they'll put this one into play. The Skylights. Argos will send this one up. Big spike right down the middle. Skylights in trouble, need to get it over the net. And that is going to be your contest. 25-11 is going to be game number 3. And they're going to win all 3 of the match. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with more as you're listening to Volleyball on KNX 102.7 FM.